The schedule since we last talked has only gotten tighter. The standings, I should say. 16 points now for Orangeville and Burlington. Orangeville also won on Monday night, as did Burlington. So they sit atop top spot. 2 points back, Brampton and Toronto, 2 points back of that. St. Catharines and Whitby, and 2 points back of them with 10 points, 5 wins on the season, Mimico and Six Nations. Those are, right now, your top 8 seeds if the playoffs were to finish today. This is always a tight rivalry between these two teams, and we're very looking forward to it here this evening. 13-9 the first time they met, and Riley Hutchcraft to his knees and his right to make the first save of the game. 13-9, a victory for the Burlington Chiefs at Mimico Arena before Mimico could get all their players back from NCAA assignments, however. So best on best here tonight as Peyton Cormier takes a shot. It goes off the post. It looked like in behind Briley Miller. He's gone pretty much the majority of the way. 2-0 for Kyle Hebert, the backup goaltender. Only 132 minutes to speak of through 4 games played. Briley Miller will pass 500 minutes played here tonight, and if Hutchcraft goes the entire way, he'll do the same thing. As Miller has a 6-2 record, Riley Hutchcraft 3-4 as he makes another save here for Mimico and gets their team started back up the floor. Keaton Thompson wearing the 17 his brother Tanner wore for his career here in Mimico Junior, as that ball bounces past Miller off the end boards. Devin Maya up to recover, and Saunders keeps going down the floor the far side, and off the right pad is the shot by Hutchcraft. Passing back to the trailer though, and Boosha will get it started as they catch Hutchcraft out of the net. He threw his stick at it, but it will go 1-0, the early lead for Burlington here. Boosha unassisted the official call of the goal. It is 1-0 for Burlington. Minute 46 seconds into the period, we get a face-off violation against Ryan Haig, his first year in Junior A. He's played with the Mississauga, Tomahawks most of the last year's season. Before getting called up this year. We got a broken stick on the floor as Damon Curries now gets tossed off to the side, and Jason Knox will take his spot on the floor. Boosha to the corner for Smith, far side. Now Hunter Lemieux takes a shot. Hutchcraft with a look behind him, and it's picked up off the line though by Warren Jeffrey. He is the captain for this Mimico squad. And their offense setting up. Donville taking to the air Alex Simons. It was a loss against KW at home earlier this weekend for Mimico, where Donville had, a win, 1-goal win over KW. Donville with 9 points in that game, 4 goals and I believe 5 assists. Another shot here on Miller as he handles that one. Back down the other way. Smith into the corner here for Lanchbury. Lanchbury over the top. He also had a 7-point game here Monday, and he keeps rolling as he'll get the second goal of the game here for Burlington. And Ryan Lanchbury, the relentless righties, I think we called them on Monday night, getting to work already. Boosha with one, now Lanchbury making it 2-0. Swing move here off the draw, and Matt Anderson will shoot wide off the end boards. 3.5 gone in our first period. Your score is 2-0 for Burlington. Mimico looking to answer now. Peyton Cormier in the corner, steps in the crease. That one does go in, but Brent Colombe with the crease call. Him and Blair Ferguson represent Team Black here this evening. Stream of white jerseys crossing center as Boosha gets pushed aside. Played back for Lansbury. Far side, Lemieux. Hard shot. He gets knocked to the floor after the fact, but it is 3-0 as the big body of Hunter Lemieux. In the past 2 seasons, they faced each other in the playoffs in the first round, and twice that round has gone to Mimico. Subak steps up here looking for the faceoff of those righties, Lansbury, Boosha, and Smith out there on the same line so far tonight. But I guarantee you it'll happen at some point. And when it does, they can be electric. From out of the corner, Haig brothers lining up on the left side. That was Gareth working around a pick from Ryan. Peyton Cormier having to pick up the loose ball. And his shot. Boosha is up top. Trying to make it 4-0 here. And a nice job from Hutchcraft going to his left, but that's off the defender as the shot clock was dying. And a big rush here for Mimico. As it's played through for Jonathan McConvey. He tries to go cross crease. And back in called against Burlington, Daniel Balawader. Face-off specialist and normal defensive player. First one to get to the ball, so he'll get the reset and now head off the floor. As Keaton Thompson will take top spot. Ryan Haig now joining the fray. Callum Jones taking the body to Peyton Cormier hard. Nobody went to the bench. This will be too many men against Mimico as, Matthew Sykes came rushing off the bench trying to negate that breakaway for Dylan LaPrade. 2 weeks from now, as Kitchener will be in on June 25th, and then the Brampton Excelsiors on Wednesday, June 27th. Home season for Burlington finishes on Wednesday, July the 4th. Against the Six Nations Arrows, who have also had their struggles this season. Sub 500 for the first time since the beginning of the 2016 season, and 4-0 now very early on in this power play as Boosha's got his second. He's primed for a big night here. Donville chasing after that face-off. It was recovered back by Subak. Now Robert Hudson has it. He'll give for Cormier as the bench starts a change. This Mimico team in that game Saturday, they were down a bunch to KW, but some timely goaltending and a couple draw plays. Twice they scored 9 seconds after putting another goal on the board. So that 4-0 lead. We've still got 52 minutes left to play here today anyways. But Mimico definitely a team that can change the tide in a hurry. As here's Burlington, Lansbury. Far side, quick shot from Barrett. Part of the Killer Bees. On the left side of the offense. Barrett, Boosha, and Braniff. Although Nate Braniff still out of the lineup here tonight. Winding up for the shot and taking it is Ryan Haig. Briley Miller stands in. Rebound controlled here by the Chiefs as they work out the far side. It's Jason Knox. Barrett off the bench. To Lanchbury in the corner for Smith. Smith trying to cut past the double team. Another quick stick opportunity. And that one just rolls away from Barrett. He retrieves it in the corner. 5 on the shot clock as Knox rips one straight down the pipe. Hutchcraft with the save. And the pass all the way back to the Burlington bench. Devin Mayo was about to change. They had to grab Boosha, so they didn't go too many men. After getting the reset, now 15 seconds remains in the shot clock. Smith, Lanchbury, Boosha for the first time tonight. And it's Lanchbury with the shot, Hutch with the save, and Balawader down the far side. On his wrong side, The righty spins away from Phil Mizuka. Bala thought for a sec he was going to stay out there. Only 15 seconds left in the set, and it'll be Donville taking his spot. Cormier spins around and took a big chop from Callum Jones after shooting that wide. Now Devin Maya and, Alex Simons will fight over the loose ball, and it will be Maya that wins it. Back for Callum Jones, the captain. This Burlington team almost guaranteed on those defensive loose balls, led by Maya. Callum Jones, we saw him get 5 or 6 straight on Monday night. Definitely becoming a story here on this Burlington season. LaPrade stepping up. Comes back for Ryan Haig. He feeds a man in the middle. And that's Donville. His shot skips off the floor and up into the low ceiling here at Central Arena. Far side now, they come back for Boosha. Smith in the corner. Bala crashes him, now Boosha. Knox has it in the corner, Lemieux. Hunter Lemieux with a goal. Up for Boosha, who's got 2 in the period. Out in front, Pat Cashall got filled in there, and Bala and Cashall had a word after. Sticks get up between those two to make it 4-0 here, and a quick start for the home side. Reminder to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter at JVI Video. Josh Tuguri back for this loose ball. That was Ryan Haig at the dot. A strong face-off man in his own right. As we said, he'll tag team with Bala, but with Bala in the box, Haig goes to the dot and wins it. Donville from the corner now, 5 on the shot clock. Passes back up top. Thomas McConvey, a quick check for the shot clock. It was at about 3 seconds before he let rip. McConvey, the leading goal scorer so far in this young season. Shouldn't say young season. This is the halfway mark for Mimico tonight. 11th game of the season for the Chiefs. Here's Robert Hudson. This is his specialty on transition, but just unable to catch up to that errant shot. And now he's facing a double team in the corner. Whole pile goes down as Sykes falls over top of his man. And Matt Wright will get back for Dylan LaPrade, who quickly scampers it to the bench. Lansbury leading the offensive charge. Boosha already out there. Boosha, a skipper past Jackson Subak. Subak charging down the floor. And I think they're calling him off the floor. Subak and Lanchbury get tied up in front of the Mimico bench as they tried to make their change. Ball to the outside. We're still 4-on-4 for another 12 seconds. Cormier spins back. Cormier backs out. In front for McConvey. Miller not sure where it is. Maya is there to help out, though, as he picks it out of the crease. Penalty box doors open, and it's 2 players rejoining the action. Out in front, Lanchbury. Couldn't quite get a stick on it. It rolls out of the crease. Another quick shot. And Hutchcraft stands up and just makes the save as it bounces off, looked like his face mask. Down the floor, out of the reach of Sawyer Howell, though, Matt Anderson. About a 2-second shift as he jumped on for defense, found the loose ball and got it back to the O guys. It's up for Lanchbury. Faked the hard shot, and Damon Curry will score, and then took a big high stick afterwards as he came through the crease. And I think it's Subak again who got the stick up, and now Devlin Shanahan putting the gear on. as Shanahan gets his gear all checked. Lansbury up top. Subak for high sticking at the end of that goal by Damon Curry. And Burlington on the power play. They like to run this one around the corner. It's Boosha. Quick stick far side, and Shanahan makes the save, it looks like, as they reset the clock. I was going to say it went wide. And if it is, that's a tough save coming in cold. But Lansbury now behind his back. Twist shot there from Smith, and you make it 6-0. As they continue to roll here. My goodness. Assisted by Lansbury and Knox. The power play goal by Smith to make it 6-0. Just under 6 minutes left to play in our first period. Face-off one and made quickly back for Warren Jeffrey. Jeffrey on a bounce. McConvey, he falls. And 3 Chiefs all over this loose ball as Matt Anderson will corral it. Curry. Lemieux. Barrett trailing, already out there. Lansbury and Boosha. I think all 5 have already touched it on the offense as they keep going to the net as Lansbury takes another shot that Shanahan saves. Loose ball to Mimico, though, as McConvey comes up over center off the bench. Alex Simons. Simons will put the brakes on. Back for Donville. Donville around a pair of picks as it comes for Cormier. He takes the shot, and Cormier got drilled there by Stephen Lee. And Lee's going to go off for a high stick now. So Mimico with an opportunity here in the first period. Chance to at least get some form of momentum here in this first period. McConvey up top, sends it off the post and straight up into the roof. McConvey, Cormier. Haig is in the corner. They go back to the right side, though, as Donville takes the shot. Picked up by Peshko. Cormier for Haig, feeding Peshko far side. And, pardon me, that's Donville, who will get the first goal of the game for Mimico. But it is 6-1, a 5-goal deficit. Aki and Ryan Haig at the dot, and Haig stepped into the circle there, it looked like. So Burlington will have it. Curry, far side. Barrett. Smith into the corner. Trying to feed Barrett there was Lansbury, and it just tipped off his stick and straight to Kyron Costello of Mimico. Cormier. Back pass. Has Blair Ferguson ducking for cover. Peyton Cormier has it back. A swim move. Triple team coming, and the initial contact is the man that drew the ball free. Round the corner, far side, Matt Wright. Being chased there by Keaton Thompson. And they'll have to slow things down as Knox will give to Boosha. Lemieux far side, Boosha taking top spot now. Knox on the right side as a lefty. Smith ends up with the ball and shoots it wide of the net as they go back into the corner. Knox trying to beat the shot clock and won't do it. So it will be Mimico's ball here just in front of their own bench as we hit the 3-minute warning. Gareth Haig now. Gareth and Ryan, the lefties. Twin brothers who lit up the minors on their way up to the junior ranks here. Ryan Haig into the corner. Donville reaching back. And that flipped out of his stick all the way down the floor. Devin Maya, partial breakaway. Maya will walk off the wall and bounce it wide. Robert Hudson on a bounce had thoughts of a fast break, but nobody from Burlington had followed Maya down the floor. So they have 3 back on defense. And Matt Anderson takes a high stick as Thomas McConvey looks like he's going to go off. Perfect power plays for both teams so far tonight. 2 goals for Burlington and 1 for Mimico, and it will be Burlington back to the man advantage once again, just outside of 2 minutes remaining here in the period. Smith up top. Far side. Lansbury shoots through a crowd. It was off a body, but an unlucky bounce as it goes straight for Boosha, who found himself alone on the crease. And it is now 7-1 for Burlington. And it is a 6-goal lead once again here for Burlington, 7-1. Closing in on a minute and a half left to go in the first period. Mimico just trying to hang on so they can regroup at the break, it looks like. Boosha and Burlington not going to let that happen as Boosha puts it in the corner for Smith. Barrett. Past Curry. Down to Lemieux in the corner. Boosha. Smith again takes a quick shot, and Shanahan couldn't get to his right in time just as the 30-second clock expires. Ryan Smith gets his second of the game. Mighty impressive, but this is by far the best one that we've seen since we've been coming to Central Arena here on JVI Sports Network this season. Face-off awarded to Mimico. Cormier with a swim move, but it's knocked out of his stick by Matt Wright. And final 60 seconds of the period. If we were combat sports, we'd be talking 10-8, maybe less in the round, as this has been absolutely all Burlington since the anthem. Maya looking to corral this loose ball down in the corner, took a couple shoves. Briley Miller out of his own crease. 35 seconds left. As LaPrade will flip to center, Boosha, hidden ball with Curry. Chris Boosha still with it though. Back for Smith, in the corner, Lansbury. Burlington bench still sending all their big guns out. Lansbury, Smith, far side. Barrett got knocked down on that far side. Pardon me, that's Curry. As it ends up in the crease of Shanahan, and Mimico signaling timeout with about 8 seconds left. We lost a few seconds as the clock goes down to 5, so I imagine they'll talk about that. And Mimico will talk about Peshko, McConvey, Ryan Haig, Peyton Cormier, Alex Simons, and the ball will be started all the way back in their own defensive zone with Jonathan Donville. Looking for only their second goal of this period, and that's pretty much the way it's gone, as an errant pass goes straight past the Mimico player. Him and Callum Jones get tangled up. And after 1 period of play, the Burlington Chiefs' fast starts continue as they've jumped out to an 8-1 lead over the Mimico Mountaineers. You're watching Ontario Lacrosse Association Junior A action on the JVI Sports Network. We've now switched ends, so Mimico will be going right to left. This is the short offensive change period, and Jordan Aki overrunning the face-off. Looks like Bala Waiter may have done so as well. But it will be Mimico controlling the face-off, and they come out flying as you would have expected, as Thomas McConvey straight to the net. Took a shot, fast break opportunity though here for Burlington as they'll get turned aside. Sawyer Howell was coming quick off the bench. Lanchbury steers wide of the net. Curry, he's pushed away. Now Boosha, back for Lanchbury. Staying up is Matt Anderson now as the third righty. Lansbury to a man behind the crease. Shot clock ticking down. Knox's shot goes wide, and it will be a 30-second violation. From the far side now, Mimico trying to reach across in front of Briley Miller. That'll reset the shot clock. As Mimico recovers. Mimico to Donville. Over to the far side looking for Cormier. Played back over to Gareth Haig. Haig's shot off the end boards. Out of the net to play for it is Shanahan. And Shanahan will bomb it down the floor. And that will be the shot clock violation. As we said. Here's Boosha over the top. A low shot gets through Shanahan. And Boosha's big night continues. Chris Boosha now with 4. Continue to keep their foot down here. Boosha from La Prade. As Bala Waiter got ran over on the face-off dot. He's very slow to get up here. Bala Waiter just now getting to the bench. Subak and Callum Jones tied up. Also having words, Pat Cashall. Usually when he steps up on offense, and it was against Callum Jones, who's now getting attention from the trainer on the bench, as it looks like he's sprung a bit of a leak. Shot off the power play here. Shanahan makes the initial save. Back up top, it comes for Knox. Him and Lansbury playing catch in the corner. Boosha. Shoved down by Warren Jeffrey. Up for Lansbury, a shot through a crowd off the left arm of Shanahan. Off the corner, and this one's going to bounce all the way down the floor past Knox to Miller, who comes out of the crease. Kyle Hebert's the backup goaltender. No one was really sure where it was, but as we said off the top, he hasn't played much, but yelling where that rebound was so that Cashall could go find it. Pardon me, Knox could go find it. He's the guy who takes the shot now and sent up the floor. Robert Hudson in front of Boosha takes the shot. It goes wide and out of play. Knox jogging it up over center to Lansbury. Minute 20 gone in the power play. We've played 3.5 here in the second period. As Lansbury and Knox play catch. Double seal up top as Lansbury tries to shoot through a crowd. That went off a body, and Mimico's going to spring 2 here. One of them peels off to the bench as Donville comes in, trying to find the trailer in Simons. Was Hudson, and it's picked off by Smith. And the power play unit will go back to work once again. Smith, crease side, and Lemieux missed the net as the shot clock continues to tick down. 15 seconds. As Smith to Knox, and now Lemieux in the corner. Lansbury takes top spot around his back to Smith. Shot goes off the shoulder of Shanahan and into the netting that protects the lights on the ceiling here at Central Arena. Lansbury to the corner for Lemieux. Now Knox and Lansbury again. Knox with room to shoot, takes it, and it's a left leg save made by Shanahan. Knox will play back for Lansbury. No look pass hard into the corner. Eludes Smith, but he has it now for Boosha. Lansbury. Back for Knox. His shot off a body in front may have been James Guest. As that one goes up out of play. And extended pressure here for the offense. A lot of it outside though, so not much for the defense to really get tired about, except for it's another hot one inside Central Arena tonight. hot and muggy as we had some thunderstorms push through this afternoon. Big hit on the far side just after the shot was released there from Lansbury. He goes back to Knox as he threads the needle. And we'll get a slashing penalty on the far side of the floor just as Subak's major hits. 2 minutes remaining in that. And the slash is against Mimico. I believe Warren Jeffrey going off. So two big parts of the defense here in the box for Mimico. Subak and Warren Jeffrey. And it's a 5-on-3 set now for Burlington for a full 2. Curry from the crease. He gets knocked out by Bala. Rebound close to center, but not over. No over and back anyways, unless killing a penalty. As Lansbury and Boosha play catch. Shot here from Barrett. Shanahan's going to hang on. And finally a respite for this penalty killing unit that was out there for over 3 minutes for Mimico. Bala around the corner, cuts to the crease, goes all the way, and the shot off the left arm of Briley Miller as he tried to cut back. 6 minutes gone in the period. Far side, brought in by Stephen Lee. Lee to the sideboards. Smith, now Lansbury. On the crease, Curry trying to get it back for Smith, and it's off the stick of Matthew Sykes. Sykes up the floor for Taguri. Bounces away from him to Saunders. And Burlington will reset the shot clock. 45 seconds left as Smith shoots low and Shanahan will hang on again. It bounced around in the crease for a while, but then eventually the whistle does go. Lanchbury's stick check knocks his own stick out of his hands as Taguri heads down the floor again. The man they call Pitbull faces a double team and gets hauled down to the floor. Ball loose, but picked up by Mimico again, and another triple team. And there's a penalty coming as that stick got high, as trying to catch a number here. I believe Alex Simons for the Chiefs after the power play goal by Ryan Haig. Knox will put it into the corner. Lemieux, Boosha for Smith. That's Lanchbury who rips a shot off the shoulder of Shanahan. Quick restart. McConvey down the floor. He's got Donville with him. And only one back for Burlington, and somehow Mimico doesn't manage a shot. Big hit coming through there as Dylan LaPrade and McConvey, a pair of 12s, got tangled. 9-2. Make it 10-2 as Smith comes in and he'll score. Bala and Aki at the dot. And this is a big battle here. And eventually blown against Aki. And Mimico will have possession. Peshko looking to go up for Cormier. It rolls off his stick into the corner. Aki there. Donville coming back. And Aki does corral it as we hit the halfway mark of regulation time. 10-2. All Burlington through the first 30 minutes of play here. Ball rolls away from Burlington into the crease, where Shanahan corrals it. Hustling up the floor, James Guest. They have one in front, calling for it, Gareth Haig. He clears out. Haig now with it, shoots past two defenders. A wide bouncer off the dasher. Hits the glass as well before going down to the floor in front of the Burlington bench. Mimico trying to get back as their shot clock is down to 5. Donville. There's a man all over him. Donville will take a shot from the wrong side. It's enough to reset the shot clock. And Donville with his own rebound. Back for Haig. Gareth Haig shoots into the feet of Miller, and Miller will make the save. And then quickly outlet down the far side of the floor. But it was over the head of Stephen Lee. Subak will provide a pick as Mimico works out with it. Peshko. LaPrade in his face. Peshko will shoot wide as Mizuka takes it out of the corner. Up for Dylan LaPrade now. Lemieux looking for this loose ball. It's found by the big stick of Shanahan, though. We've got 8.5 left in the period as Mimico straight up the floor, right up the middle before being shoved down was McConvey. Battle for it as it's in the crease. There, the Mimico player reaches in and right as the shot clock sounds, so take your pick on the violation as the Chiefs will take it down the far side. Boosha out to the boards. Lansbury dancing around up top. Curry calling for it. It'll be Boosha that takes the shot as Lansbury is tied up after with Costello. Kyron Costello. It's Burlington ball, but Costello was kind of standing over it. Burlington took the opportunity to make a one-man change as Smith, the fresh legs off the bench. Smith for Knox. Lemieux over to the far side. Shot there from Lansbury. Nope, pardon me, that's Boosha. 7 and the 9 looks similar. Boosha normally wears compression socks, and he doesn't have them on tonight, which is throwing me off at least. But Mimico back with it. 7.5 left in the period. Nice find there from Cormier as McConvey's shot reset the shot clock, and now Cormier will get it back, but McConvey, a big screen to hand it straight back to Burlington. Knox off the bench on the crease. It looked like it might have caught behind Shanahan, but a great job there as Knox was all alone in behind coverage. Now we start to go end to end. Donville having words with Saunders in the corner. Will stop play. And Jonathan Donville looks like he's going to get the only penalty out of this. Donville for slashing is the call. As we've got under 7 minutes to play here in the period. Shanahan to his left, but the quick stick never came as it hit off the stick of Ballawater. He'll turn off and head to the bench. As Lemieux is playing defense on the ball carrier on the far side. Warren Jeffrey. Now Knox and Lemieux. Jeffrey still with it. Shoots behind his back. It goes wide before bouncing up into the screen. Be carried up here by Lemieux. Smith, Curry, Lemieux in the corner. They work it back. Now Knox. Lanchbury, a hard shot wide. It bounces up into the screening. And Mimico will take over possession. Once again, when we talked to you on Monday, it was a 4-team tie for first place in Junior A standings. Burlington defeated St. Catharines. But on the same night, Orangeville able to take care of Peterborough. So Burlington and Orangeville come into tonight tied atop the Junior A loop with 8 wins apiece. Lanchbury quick stick, Boosha, and he's got 5. It looks like at the end of the night with Orangeville having a night off, Burlington should. Alawader and Aki getting instructions here at the circle to make sure that it's done correctly. Aki overruns it, and Balawader will chase it to the boards. Balawader got there first but couldn't pick it up. Had to whack it back there for Costello. Costello up the floor, off the bench, looking for the man on the crease. And the pass never found its way through. So Saunders has to get there to grab the Lucy out of the corner. Brampton Excelsior's Toronto Beaches 7 wins aside, both with 11 played. They represent 3rd and 4th seeds in Junior A. As Curry has it up top, takes a whack out to the boards. Cutter is Knox. He goes through the crease. So that one will be stopped. And a chop afterwards between Cashall and a Mimico player. We're going to get an offsetting penalty here with 4:19 left in the second period. Then trailing them, Mimico and Six Nations, the 2 Ontario representatives in the Minto Cup last year, represent your 7th and 8th seeds, both with 5 wins on the season. Only 1 win back of that. KW out of the playoff picture at the moment. And in behind them, just 2 wins out of 11 games for Barrie. Just 1 win for Peterborough out of 11 wins. As we've passed the halfway mark in the Junior A season, here's Callum Jones. Passes for Boosha, and now he'll head off. We're 4-on-4 for the next minute 20 seconds. Lemieux shot wide. Bouncer up top. Smith whacking for it. Subak also in there. Recovered by the Chiefs, sent in on goal. And Shanahan makes the save. Wright got tied up afterwards as Cormier now brings it up the floor. Cormier, stick check, had him fumbling the stick in his hands just as he shot. Ball somehow finds its way into the crease of Briley Miller as there's 3 minutes remaining here in the period. From the corner, Taguri standing tall there on Lanchbury. Now Bushi to pick Taguri out of the way. He recovers as Lanchbury goes down. And Taguri's going to go off here, I believe, for a high stick as he swung at the ball. And now stepping in is Bushi. Not sure if he was saying something to Bushi on sportsmanlike slashing for Taguri. I thought we were getting a high stick. But they elect to make the slashing call. A lot of room out there now, 3-on-3. As Mimico again, a pass that goes errant, knocked down by Burlington. Callum Jones up over center. Knocks the first one out. Jones will stand up and shoot and score. I don't know how many he has on the year, but he'll get another one, and that's a 10-goal lead for the Burlington Chiefs. Jones does not have a goal on the season. That's his first. With the goal for Burlington, there's a lot of chuckles down there on the Burlington bench as he comes back as his goal makes it 12-2 in favor of Burlington, who are all over Mimico here tonight. And I thought Balawader was getting a penalty. Something happened with Subak back at the line as Jackson Subak goes off again. 3rd time tonight for him as Mimico stacks penalties here. It'll be 2 for a slash. It's only his 2nd minor, though. He does have a major as well. With 2:25 left in the period, 5 seconds remaining here. And it'll become 4-on-3 now. Mimico has to hold as they're in stack penalty situation. Knox to the far side. Smith round his back. In the corner is Curry. Knox, Smith again. Lansbury now. Knox, Curry, and Curry contact afterwards. But Damon Curry gets his second of the game. So 13-2 off the goal by Damon Curry. Balawader, Aki. And it'll be Daniel Balawader winning it on a bounce to Warren Jeffrey. He goes far side, and McConvey couldn't handle it cleanly. Callum Jones all over him hard. And a little too hard, I guess, as possession awarded to Mimico. They go back to Donville, who shoots and scores. His second of the game comes 4-on-4. Had one on the power play earlier tonight. Been a long time since the Mimico Mountaineers have had it socked to them like this. Jeffrey, Donville. 90 seconds left. We'll see if that goal gives them any kind of momentum. This one bounces in the crease. Miller not sure where it is. It's picked up by Mimico. Donville with it, spins back, and the corkscrew at the end, and what a goal for Donville. He gets his hat trick, another one 4-on-4. As no one was sure where the loose ball was, least of all Briley Miller. Donville the only one to pick it up. 13-4, but as we said earlier, Mimico can get these big-time runs. Saunders got filled in after he let that pass go. 1 minute remains in the period. As Barrett goes up to Smith. Lanchbury, a shot from up top. Digging for it at Shanahan, and he will pull it back into the crease. As the penalties have expired, we're back to 5-on-5 for the next 40 seconds. Only team to use the timeout in that first period was Mimico. So Burlington will have two, one remaining here and one for the third if they want it. Mimico with just one left. As Ryan Haig got filled in by LaPrade. Shot eventually coming there from Peshko, who stepped off the boards. All the way back up top, reaching for it, James Guest. He gets tied up with Matt Wright. Right back for Boosha. And the bench yelling, some of them are yelling for timeout. Now Burlington doesn't have possession. Look out here as right through the middle, and this is going to draw a big-time crowd as going down hard. Was Boosha. Comes with 2 and 10, and suspensions follow for subsequent violations, but Saunders will just hold on after another period where the Burlington Chiefs came flying out, and they take a 13-4 lead into our third and final period. We'll take a break. Before then, you're watching Ontario Lacrosse Association Junior A action on the JVI Sports Network. We remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, sign up for notifications, and follow us on Twitter at JVI Video for our entire season schedule. Folks, we'll be back in about 9.5 minutes for period number 3 from here in Burlington. Basically, from the word go tonight, it's been all Burlington Chiefs as they hold a 9-goal lead coming into the period. Face off here. Looked like we were going to have some action down in the corner. But Aki will be awarded it as Burlington leads 13-4. One in the box for Mimico. The major penalty for elbowing against Chris Boosha. He is back out there, though. On this power play, Lanchbury up top. He goes into the corner for Lemieux. Knox. Lanchbury up top again. Boosha lets a bouncer go. Shanahan there to make the save. First one in the corner, Warren Jeffrey. Him and Subak standing up. Boosha here. Knox coming in to help out, and official will stall play. It's going to be Mimico ball. They've sent Donville down the floor on a quick change. And took a bit extra to get the bodies sorted out down there against the board, so that allowed Burlington to get back and even the numbers. Donville did get it and then was hauled down. He gets up with a big swing. Stephen Lee may be hurt there in the crease. He took a bit to get back up, right? Donville heading off for sure for that chop. And I think it's Saunders on the far side going off probably for a hold would be my guess. A hook. Burlington definitely outplaying Mimico in this game, but the tiny things like that we've seen Mimico about to get the ball and then throw it away, either an errant pass or a wide shot. This time a second penalty to give it back to Burlington. Those things definitely have not helped here this evening. So a 4-on-3 power play for Burlington, as Smith will get it. Around the back from Knox to Curry. Knox, number of fakes, back for Smith. He takes a shot, slowed down the shot a little bit, and that's enough to put it in behind Briley Miller. And the shorthanded penalty is the major one, so that should just take one off the major as Smith completes his hat trick. Still 5-on-3 as that takes one off the major. 3:21 left in that penalty with James Guest in the box. Face-off pushed back up by Jordan Aki. Controlled by the Chiefs, and they try and do it again. Said in that second period, it looks like this Burlington team will take top spot all by themselves here in Junior A at the end of the night. Position they've had most of the season. I think the lowest they were was second. Been in a tie most of the way, but like we said, these Junior A standings are a complete mess this year, with only 3 games separating all playoff spots and one back of that for KW, who is just out if the playoffs were to start today. Shot clock sounds against Mimico. If you remember back to last year's playoffs, Burlington, we were here on the final day of the season with St. Catharines playing Burlington. Burlington could have finished, depending on the 2 games that were played that night, as this becomes Mimico ball, and Robert Hudson leads the 2-man break down the floor as the penalty box open, and it'll be a back in against Burlington, though, after the save made by Briley Miller. Burlington could have finished 7th with a win, 8th with a tie, or 9th with a loss on the final day of competition last year, heading into the playoffs. Burlington about to go to the penalty box here, but Cormier will score. Just his first of the night. Cormier, Ryan Haig, and Donville with a hat trick. Burlington coming into this final period. A pair for Damon Curry, Hunter Lemieux with 1, Ryan Lanchbury with 1. Chris Boosha has us on sock watch as he's got 5. Hat trick for Ryan Smith as well. They were rolling here this evening. Three and a half gone in the period. Ball in the corner as Burlington remains on the power play. It is a major up there. They've already scored 1 as Boosha gets a little tap into the end boards after shot clock sounds against his Chiefs. Right. Up to center. He stands up against Peshko. Peshko now taking a shove as the ball gets moved to Donville. Left side is all Hags right now. Gareth in 49 up top. Ryan with 45 circling the crease. And as it's passed to the near side, that one a little too hard for Gareth, who runs to the bench, gives a bit of a shove for Boosha on his way by. Jones finding Lemieux. Lansbury, Boosha. Final 20 seconds of their power play. Knox, Lemieux, Boosha in front. Oh, what a quick stick there from Boosha. And that one will get the Sox out. 6 for Boosha, 3 of them on the power play. And a 15-5 lead for the Burlington Chiefs. Bala waiter. Forced wide, ball in the back of his stick. Different rule from the NLL, which this year went to a one-step rule on the face-off. And in OLA, you can still have it in the back of your stick and run all the way down the QEW back home if you're the Mimico face-off man. Boosha. His shot straight down the pipe. Save made there by Shanahan. Riley Hutchcraft got the start tonight, and for the second straight game, lifted in the first period after giving up 5 goals. Out of the corner now, Donville. Defense pushing him high. Here's Cormier. Shot gets through, but into the stick of Briley Miller. Devin Maya briefly tied up there with Keaton Thompson. Maya will now send it up over center as Barrett takes to the floor. In the corner for Smith. Wall of white jerseys setting picks there against Mimico as Lansbury winds and fires. He gets in on Shanahan. Save made by the stick, Robert Hudson. Quickly up to center, and now the Hags will bring it in. Their team trailing by 10 here tonight. Shot by Ryan Haig around a screen into the feet of Miller. He's there to make the save as Cormier takes it at the blue line. Peyton Cormier to the far side. Cutting back, spinning and firing, and a goal with players all over him is Alex Simons. And we get a conversation afterwards as he was hauled down, didn't like it. Now we're going to get a scrap as Simons jumps Dylan LaPrade. This is in the middle of a line change. This could turn ugly here. LaPrade gets up and he's going to drop the gear. He wants more of Simons. They announced 10-minute misconducts for Simons and LaPrade, but I believe the game is automatic. Bala waiter tripped up by Aki. He went right after Aki. And now a high check on the far side. Callum Jones run into by McConvey. As ball gets pushed back to the lefties now. Hunter Lemieux. Quickly to Boosha. Boosha has drawn a lot of attention here tonight. Smith with the shot had the corner, and the left arm of Shanahan pushes it aside. Boosha back with it. Always draws a lot of attention, does the Buffalo Bandits draft pick. As Lemieux for Barrett to Curry. Now Boosha in the middle. Smith. Big whack for Smith. Taguri steps up and a bit of a soak there as Curry has it go off the back of his leg. It did go up out of play. Thought the officials were going to talk about it, whether or not. Short whistle, I believe, for the final 12 minutes and 10 seconds of this third period as Sykes goes off for a slash. Lansbury and Knox playing catch with it. Knox shoots through a crowd off the leg of Bala. He's way out of position now as they go back down to the crease. Here's for Smith. He puts a twist at the end, forcing Shanahan into a save as Lansbury and Knox. Lansbury around the back. Smith to the crease again. And Lemieux just slightly out of position as he was below the goal line. Lansbury letting one rip. And Shanahan hangs on to that rebound. And he'll let his penalty killers go off for a breath here. They were on for all 48 seconds of the beginning of that penalty. It's taken off the boards. Penalty coming here to Mizuka as he chops the stick out of the hands of Thomas Makan. The shot will sail well wide and will go 4-on-4 once again with 11 minutes left in the period. Burlington Chiefs have a week off next week, as I believe they travel to St. Catharines on Wednesday. So those of you that come here to Central Arena on Wednesday nights may want to put a bit of extra gas in the tank, as Cormier now eludes Callum Jones quickly over to the far side. Donville backs into pressure. Back for McConvey. He rips a hard shot. Briley Miller the save. And they're trying to push Maya back in the crease. And he has none of that, using his big body to get away. As now Smith will send it into the corner for Boosha. Next home game is against KW on June 25th. You wonder what the standings are going to look like by that point. And then the Brampton Excelsiors on June the 27th. That is their normal Wednesday, 2 Wednesdays from tonight as we record this game here on June 13th. Burlington and Brampton last year had a feisty, absolutely heated regular season home and home battle. So we imagine that one will pick up as Brampton thinks they've got a team that can go all the way this year. Ball down for Wright. Anderson recovers on their 10 count, very close to it. But it bounces the length of the floor where Shanahan will leave. And the home schedule finishes with the Six Nations Arrows on Wednesday, July the 4th at 8 p.m. here at Central Arena for the Burlington Chiefs. And what will the Arrows be playing for at that point? Only 5 wins so far halfway through their season at 500 ball. As Burlington tries to take this down the far side, Lee wrapped up and hauled to the floor. Now for McConvey, too many off the Mimico bench. Lansbury took a chop and made sure that Blair Ferguson saw it. But June 16th is this coming Saturday as we record this game. Lacrosse Day in Mimico. 3 games at Mimico Arena starting in Junior C. Junior C Mountaineers playing the Caledon Bandits. Junior B Tomahawks at 4 p.m. playing, I believe, the Brampton Excelsiors as Shanahan makes a save off his right shoulder. 4-on-3 once again. As Knox shoots it through the crowd. Picked up off the crease, working through Curry. Took a couple shots on his way by, but it sails up out of play and it will be Burlington ball. That Junior B game in Mimico is 4 p.m. and then 8 p.m. Mountaineers play once again an offhand. I apologize, but I forget who their opponent is for the evening tilt. Toronto Beaches on June the 16th at 8 p.m. So a good day of lacrosse coming in Mimico. As Boosha goes to the far side, Knox lets it rip, and he will score. My goodness, what a shot from Jason Knox. Another power play goal here for these Burlington Chiefs. Trevor Barrett looks like one of the only offensive players now. Looks to be the only full-time offensive player without a goal. As Curry, Lemieux, Lansbury, Boosha, Knox, Smith have all scored in this game. And they've also got one from Callum Jones. 35 seconds left in the offsetting minor penalties. 7.5 left in our third period. We remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our next live game comes on Sunday, June the 17th from the Coburg Community Center in Major Series Lacrosse. Oh, high check here from Guest on Boosha. Boosha all the way over the top as Lemieux got tied up in the middle with Donville. Tiguri will restart with the ball. As the Coburg Kodiaks host the Brooklyn Redman, who come into play this evening with a perfect, albeit 2-0 record. Only MSL team not to lose yet. As our offsetting penalties here in Burlington expire. Subak waited a little bit to take to the floor. He'll bomb it down, looking for the crease man there. Peshko. Those two unable to connect. A lot of lacrosse in and around Ontario. Visit the brand new OLA website. Junior C, Junior B, Junior A, Senior B every weekend. Major Series Lacrosse. Find a rink and be sure to support your local team. We'll do our best to bring you whatever coverage we can as we're going to get another shot clock here against the Chiefs. Mimico touches before the 30. So that we remind you to subscribe to the channel. Cormier pushed through the crease by Saunders. Miller made the save anyways. As they'll restart down the floor here for Burlington. Under 6 to play in regulation. Follow us on Twitter as well, at JVI Video. Those are the mediums we'll let you know where and when games get posted and if they're live and where the links are. Anderson in front. Boosha goes low, already with 6 in the game, despite all the attention he's been getting. But Mimico takes it out now. I want to say things have cooled off, but I also don't want to jump the gun because it's been that kind of a night. Oh boy, ball nearly got in behind Briley. Miller just casually put the stick back. Callum Jones being worked over now. He's up on offense, so it'll be interesting in the corner as he took a number of chops. Now Jones looking to cut to the crease. Ball just being held up top though. Lee down low. Ball dumped into the corner as both teams pretty much in rag mode at this point with a 10-goal lead for Burlington with 4.5 left to play. 16-6. Who saw this coming when they got in the cars tonight to come to the rink? A blistering fast start for the Chiefs and never let up on the gas pedal. Mimico absolutely finding no way to get any form of momentum. Kashalk back with it. On the far side, Subak pushes his man into the boards. Goes at him again. It's him and Colin Hunt. Hunt wants nothing to do with Subak. As now the defense for Mimico heads off the floor. Cormier briefly dropped that ball and his right ran over. Cormier did recover though. Haig into right. Haig all alone on the crease. They can't find him as there's 5 on the Mimico shot clock. Cormier through a crowd. Shot there, Miller with the save. Will be restarted in his crease. Ryan Haig gives away to Sawyer Howell. Howell a chop on the Burlington player, and absolutely no sign that Burlington even going to take it over half the rest of the night. Their shot clock ticks under 10, now under 5, and they retreat all the way back behind their own net. This is pretty much the way we're going to go, I would imagine, for the remainder of our 3 minutes. Six goals in the game for Boosha. Shot through a crowd here from Thomas McConvey, their leading scorer coming into tonight with 17 goals, held goalless here in Burlington, as much of the Mimico Mountaineers were. Burlington continuing to play keep away. Donville with 3 goals this evening. Cormier had 1, Simons had 1, Ryan Haig had 1 on the power play. And that's all there is to speak of for this Mimico offense. A long night. At least it's a short ride home. 2-minute warning. As Mimico takes this into the corner. Jones picked out of the way by McConvey. Haig looking to the far side, and that one skips wide and goes up into the screening. 6 goals for Boosha, a hat trick for Smith. 2 tonight for Curry, Hunter Lemieux, Jason Knox, and Callum Jones. Down the floor, Wright trying to add his name to the list. And Wright goes through the crease after the Shanahan save. So it will be Mimico ball. Guest and Anderson having words after that. I believe it was Matt Anderson on that break. As Cormier goes into the corner. Gareth Haig spinning around right. Then turns and takes a sidearm shot. And a big helicopter swing there by Gareth Haig on Stephen Lee, and the arm goes up. And 20 seconds left in the shot clock. And I have a feeling Blair Ferguson's arm is going to get tired, as it'll be up for that entire time. Lee just standing in place, waiting for coverage. And it's half-hearted coverage from Jonathan McConvey as the ball rolled down the floor, and we will get the Gareth Haig slashing penalty. No easy games to be certain, but those ones definitely perennial favorites about them making a statement. Callum Jones, look out in front of the bench here. Jones and Subak staring each other down. Wright taking a couple chops. Subak and Wright into Cormier. And now it's going to draw a crowd, and Subak's got a whole mitt full of Callum Jones face mask. And here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Gloves and helmets fly, and we've got a bunch of them. Subak in the corner, main event right now. He is riding the back of a player. It looks like Cashel, who takes over to defend his captain. Wright and Jones had dropped the mitts. Pardon me, Wright and Bala Wader, I think, had dropped the mitts. They're still in each other's face. Subak was trying to find a dance partner for the better part of 2.5 periods, and now Jones with a chuckle as Subak gets sent to the room. I believe that is Pat Kashalk that jumped into the defense of his Burlington captain. They're sorting out the yard sale on the bench now as a piece got Somebody's bucket got sent into the Mimico bench. Gets tossed back out onto the floor. 5 minutes up on the board on the Mimico side. And whistle goes, and it is Burlington ball. Mimico are just going to line their three right up at the red line. The Burlington Chiefs are going to back off in retreat. And your final score will be 16-6 for the Burlington Chiefs, who take top spot in the Junior A standings and remain perfect at home. They won't be here for about another 2 weeks, though. Monday, June 25th against Kitchener. Wednesday, June 27th against Brampton. Ladies and gentlemen, our director tonight has been Orion Harkness, our producer, Gary Morrison. On behalf of them and our JVI crew, I'm Matthew Carrick. Please subscribe to the channel. Please follow us on Twitter at JVI Video. And please support your local lacrosse community. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching tonight. We'll talk to you next time.